Hey everybody at Ministry of Test, this is Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard, and today I'm submitting a video for the testBash 2022 demonstration of codeless automation tools. And in this case, I'm going to be using testRigor to go and validate some data that is on the screen, plus a few more items. So to do this really quickly, I'm going to go and turn on our recorder. Start recording something. First of all, I want to click on Let Me Hack, so I've got the full page over here. I want to verify that bed and breakfast is listed on this page over here. I want to verify that we get a TV, we get Wi-Fi, we get a safe, and I want to verify the name of Shady Meadows B&B. We'll also verify the address, the phone number, and the email. That looks really good to me, so I am going to go and click on this button here, hit stop recording. The name of the test is validate the landing page details. It says click let me back, check that the page contains bed and breakfast. I don't need to click on that text over there, so I'm going to go delete that. I'm just doing check validations, and this is looking for the Wi-Fi, the safe, and we want to do the TV, so I will get the TV in there. We'll paste that in, put that in there, we'll put in TV, and we've got everything else in there, so I'm going to hit add and run. And if we go back over to testRigor, we'll see we have now two test cases. One of them is now in queue to execute, and that's got checking that the bed and breakfast is there, and that it has TV, Wi-Fi, and the safe. And we are done in just about 7 seconds, and we passed everything. Let's just double check on all that. One of the statements down here says to click let me hack. I'll zoom in a little bit over here, and says basically hit let me hack. And then I'm going to go over and take a look at the validations. The validation said to check the page contains bed and breakfast, TV, Wi-Fi. We can see TV, Wi-Fi, and that is all in there. And so did it find the address for the Shady Meadows bed and breakfast. It is capturing the full screen, so that is a cool thing out there. And that's it for our first run. All right, with that out of the way, we're going to do our next one, where we're going to populate some fields and validate some messages. And the way we're going to do that is just by entering data into these fields, like my name and my email and my phone and a short subject. Now, once we click submit, we should get an error message, and we want to verify that that message appears. I'll make this longer, and we'll hit submit. We also want to verify that this message appeared and short message test appeared. All right, let's go take a look at our test over here. We're going to go create a brand new test. We'll call this the short message test, and we'll put in our code. It's hardly code, it's plain English. We're going to enter my name into the name field, enter my email, enter my phone, enter the subject, and enter a short message. Click on subject, and then we're going to verify the page contains this particular error message. Then we're going to put in this longer message here into the message, and then we're going to click submit, and then verify that the message went away, does not contain this, and that the page contains my name and short message over here. Let's go add and run it and see what happens. And we are done in 20 seconds. Nice. Let's just go verify some of this. It said to enter my name, all that information in here. Paul Grossman, Dark Arts Wizard, my email, and my messaging. Looks good. And then we clicked on submit, and we got this message, and we verified that the message was in there, and that was blank. Okay. And then we put in this longer message, and we hit submit, and we verified that my name and the message appeared up there. Very good. In this next short section, we will show you how we can do variables, because every coding environment needs to have variables. So what I want to do is have a variable called saved value my name. And we're going to put my name into that variable. And then we're going to verify down here saved value my name, and we will fix that. Now we're going to validate and update this, and validate and save, and because we need to move that over to some test data, so I'm going to go create a new variable called my name, and we're going to put my name in there like so. Don't need the quotes, and I will add that. Let's go back to our test case and give it another run. We are completed in 20 seconds. And did we do the exact same thing? Yep, we had my name, Paul Grossman, but we now took it from a variable, a saved value called my name. Okay, we'll check the second one there. We'll verify the page contains my name, and yes, it's verified. My name is there, Paul Grossman. Now for one of our final tests is we want to book this room, which will give us a calendar. We're going to select a range from 12 to 16. We want to verify that 4 nights at 400 pounds appears. And then we're going to put in our name, email, and phone number. And we will book it. And we want to verify that the booking is successful and that it is for the correct dates. Let's go over to testRigor and see how that looks. We click on book this room. We drag from 12 to 16. We enter my first name into first name, last name into last name. Enter my email into email. Enter the phone number into phone. We want to verify that this appears on this page. We will click book and then verify that the page contains booking successful, and verify that the page contains your booking is confirmed for the 12th through the 17th. And we did drag 12 to 16, so this is probably not going to be to the 17th. This should be to the 16th because we are leaving on the 16th. We'll update and retest. Let's watch. Check that out. Make sure we booked this room. That's good. And then we went and dragged from here to here, so that's good. Oh, we're entering our data over here. Yes, we did. And we're clicking on book. We also verified that the page contains 400 pounds for 4 nights, which it is. The interesting thing is it's unavailable. So we see that this failed, and why? Because this is unavailable because we just created that test. So we're going to have to wait for it to reset. While we're waiting for that, let's create another test that actually checks to see if this is unavailable. I'm going to go and edit this. I'm just going to go and grab this text here with booking a room. And I will just copy it. We'll go over here, create a new test. Verify room is unavailable. Paste our code. And verify the page contains unavailable. There's only one problem with this, is that this section here is an exact copy of what's going on in another test. So what we want to do is we're going to go and add a reusable rule called book a room. I'll paste my code in there. I will copy this into the label, and I'm going to go saying save, find, and replace steps. And it goes, hey, you've got 2 test cases that have the exact same code. Would you like to replace this? I'm like, yes. I would like to replace that. So remember, the name of the reusable rule is book a room. And if I go to my test cases now, book this room, if I edit the test case, it's now shortened down to book a room and verify all of this. And if I go over to my top test case and edit the test case, we'll see it says book a room, verify page contains unavailable. All right. So what happened here? So the booking was successful because the booking had cleared. So we're going to retest, and the test passed because unavailable was identified. That's good. And we'll go and check and see when this availability is released. So now the booking is cleared, and we can go and run our last test. And we had one failure. What was that? It said booking this, said verify page contains 12 to 16. And guess what? It actually has a date of 12 to 17. Let's go back and check a look and make sure our dates were done correctly. Yeah, it was from the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 4 nights. That's the night of the 12th, the 13th, 14th, and 15th. We would be leaving on the 16th. So this page has an error up here because it says the 17th. That is a problem. So there's one more thing that we want to do is make sure that the test passes even if the dates that it's selected have already been booked. So in this case, I've booked these nights. I've said this is successful. And if we go back to book this room, if we try to book these nights a second time, what we want to do is say, okay, we want to click the next button until unavailable does not appear. So let's do that. We'll go and edit our test case. So we will click next until the page does not contain unavailable, which will guarantee that we'll be on a month, and we can select a week that is going to be available. We'll update and retest. Validate and save. Save looks good. We will retest. And here we can see that we wanted to click it, but we saw that unavailable is here, so we clicked next, which takes us over to the next month. And we drag between these two dates. Now we've got that week that we're going to book. Enter in our information, verify that it says how much that costs, and we are good to go. And now our test is completely solid. It will not be bothered by another reservation that's been made by somebody else. It'll just keep moving forward into the calendar until it finds a month that is clear. A tool with a good error reporting should give you a couple of things. First of all, it should show you what the last screen capture was the last time the test passed. It should also show you a screen capture of what happened when it failed. In this case, it's looking for the date of 16, but it is actually showing the 17th. And it should also show us exactly what error it was expecting. It says the page doesn't contain this particular substring, but it's supposed to. Also, you'd also want a video of that. So let's go check that out. So the last thing to talk about in test automation is how quickly can we get to our results, and can we do cross-browser testing. So if we go over to settings and we take a look at our browsers, yeah, we have 3 different operating systems: Linux, Windows, and Mac, and multiple browsers that we can do this under: Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and Safari. And since this is running in the cloud, I can go to speed optimizations And I can tell it to use 32 different systems because there are 8 systems and 4 tests, 8, 16, 24, 32. So let's go and give our test cases all a big old run. So the question becomes, what happens if we decide to run all these test cases in all those operating systems and browsers at the same time? Ah, that would be so cool. So let's take a look. Here it is, all 3 operating systems, Linux, Windows, and Mac, running on all available browsers, and you can see that they are all running concurrently at the same time. Yep, and the winner is going to be Ubuntu Chrome getting done first, and everybody else running just a little bit slower than that. However, you can tell at the very top of the screen, everything is going from an in progress state to past state, and that's pretty cool because we just got our answers to the test case running all on our operating systems and browsers in less than a minute. In the final few seconds I have here, the last question answers, can we do continuous integration and continuous delivery? Absolutely. You can set it up with Bash or PowerShell just by adding in the custom lines here. But you know, the one thing I really like is that there's another way of doing this. You don't actually have to learn how to write a cron job with Jenkins. You can just set up testRigor to do monitoring of your tests and have it execute, you know, once a week or maybe once every 24 hours. Maybe you want to do it every 4 hours and determine what time you want it to start. Okay, that's the end of the demo for testRigor for the testBash. I appreciate you guys taking my submission. I hope you had a lot of fun with it. My name is Paul Grossman. I'm the Dark Arts Wizard on Twitter, and have yourself a great day.